Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Lee from Sharon Robinson. So this is a super interesting tangle. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one box. So I'm going to treat this as a fragment and just show you what one box of it. It's a grid pattern. And today being Thursday, we had our Tangle Time sessions today, and we focused on this tangle. And oh my goodness, the there are so many different tangulations and ideas that Sharon has. You have to take a look at the for more inspiration link that's in the description section. Um, it's a crazy amount of variations that you can do. So many opportunities. But what I found that helped us today is just focusing on one box, and then I'll explain. And actually, I might show. I think I'll show you one of the tangulations, and then I'll show you the rest of the work. So this is a box of your grid, and we're going to do a curved line. And so I'm going to aim the curved line. I'm going to curve it up. I say up, meaning, I'm using the curve of my hand. I'm having it curve to the upper left corner. Okay. And honestly, this is one of those things. It doesn't matter if you wanted it to go. If you want to do the other one, you can just turn it. But okay, this is how we're doing it. Then we're going to put I've been calling it a teardrop shape, but I do like to use Zentangle terminology, elemental stroke terminology. So this would be essentially a tethered orb, but it's probably easier to think of it as a teardrop or a flux shape. Either way, so this is going to be floating, and so it's in the bigger side. So as I said, we did the curve aiming towards the upper left. If I'm looking at it this way, the teardrop is going to be in this section floating. So I'm just going to draw a nice big one like that. Then, now I'm going to turn my tile so that way I can use the curve of my hand to draw the next curve. So we're going to do two curved lines. So coming from this same corner that we were working with initially, and I'm going to do a curved line and have it land on that teardrop shape. Like so. And I was using a little bit of the takeoff and land concept. So as I was coming down, I was curving it and working it, having it merge into the existing line of that teardrop just kind of helps. And then the same thing from the other side. I didn't quite merge it in very well, but there we go. Wait, it would be going that way if I'm looking at the step out, at least the one corner. Okay. Now, the thing about fragments is that you do the one, the fragment, that's this, and then when you play with it in a bigger grid, you can have them all go the same direction. You can do this one and then turn it this way, turn it this way, turn it this way. You have lots of options with that. Okay, but before I show the work, let me just show one more idea. I'm just taking kind of the sort of the main-ish, at least as far as I saw, the two that I was focusing on. So again, doing a curved line. Yeah. And she also has in there, where the seed shape is floating, she had some where it was tucked right into that corner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. This one I drew upside down. That's interesting. And then I'm going to flip these also and have the curve going the other direction. Right? Yes. I'm looking back at myself. I'm like, yes, that's right. Because what we would normally do is we would do the curve this way. That's how that one works. So we're going to do the curve the opposite direction, still having it land on the teardrop, and turning my tile so it's comfortable, and still doing, somewhat of a takeoff and land concept, or at least the land part, where we're tracing over just a smidge of the next line, so that way it's as seamless as possible. So, same idea. There's two different variations. Let's do them both this way, since that's kind of how I was drawing them. Completely different look, right? And then you could, I'm picturing shading it right in here so it looks like it's coming down a hole or something like that. So really, really neat. So these are the initial shapes. And then, like I mentioned, you can, a picture that's the same, you can have them go like that. It doesn't matter. This is one of the tiles that I did where I had, so in the center, now I disguised all of the grid lines in the middle, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But so here, it was, here's the box, and then turned the tile, did the same thing, turn the tile, same thing, turn the tile, same thing. And then on the outer, I did these. So in the corners, I have them all with this seed shape pointing to the outside, but those are all the same. And then what I did was I just alternated. So it was, this way, and then this one was this way. And then I just alternated it as I went. And then, so a trick if you want to disguise the grid lines is I just aura'd the lines going one direction, and then the opposite direction. So if you didn't know, if you weren't looking at the step outs, you wouldn't necessarily know that there's a grid there. And I just think that that's so fun. And then I shaded it. This one, I still want to have more that I want to do, but I think that looks really cool, like that as well. It really recesses this and looks like this is something else that's sitting on top. I just think that's cool. All right, this one I did get finished, I think. So this was from our PM session, and oh my goodness, just had a lot of fun. I decided I was going to do, I did the same thing here as I did here, but filled in, added some shine. This one, got all the shading and things done. And then on the outsides, I decided to do it opposite of what I did here. Still putting the seed on the at the edge or in the intersection. And the outside is still doing it this way. But I had the corners going, I started opposite. And then it was still alternate, and then just decorated, added some lines and some rounding. And it is just remarkable. I have the camera is at an angle, so it looks like they look off. I have that so that way you can see my pen. There, this kind of helps. The front picture will be better, but it's just remarkable that this is the same tangle. Now, as I mentioned, that we did this was a class, a session, 2 sessions, and every Thursday I do this. We would take a tangle and we explore it. Maybe we'll do 2, it just depends, and we'll have fun with it. We'll explore it and just see where it'll go. This one was extra remarkable because everybody decided to do something a little bit different, because there are so many different ways that you could do this. So if you would like to see those results, go to my website. Link is in the description, tangleaddicts.com. If you want to sign up for my blog, follow my blog there. Then when I get those recaps done, I will send it out. So I have screenshots, closer up pictures, depending on what I gather from the people, that if they will either email to me. It's out of focus because it's, oh, there we go. Look at how that looks all in focus because it's because I moved things. But anyway, and you'll see more close up. You'll have links to the replay so you can pretend like you're there and then see if you like it, and maybe you want to join us if you're available at the time that I have the sessions. And then a link to this quickie video will be there. But you've already seen that, so. But yeah, such a fun tangle. It was absolutely amazing. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love to have you click the like button. If you want to see more, if you liked it enough to see more, I like to say it that way. Excuse me. Would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've mentioned the description section where you will find. I do my own version of the step out, and what I ended up doing was I did just this, where I focused it first on just the fragment, and then ended up with I actually played around with it, and I didn't do any decorating. I played around with it on the last few sections that I have. But this way you can take it through and understand this way, and not be overwhelmed by the amount of tangulations that are in the step out. But that's why I want you to go and look at Sharon's step out, so that way you can see all of the amazing things that you can do. She also has it so you could do it as a border, which would just be, if you do it just, no, it wouldn't even be that. It would be this, one box deep, and then as many as you need. And so she has some really great samples there. It's just crazy. What an amazing amount of work that she has done on this tangle. So you will find all of that. You'll find the link to my website, as I mentioned. And also, if you happen to be on Facebook, I have a link to my page. Would love to have you follow me there, as well as our private Facebook community. If you want to hang out with a bunch of crazy and amazing Tangle addicts, we would love to have you. Just so you know, there's some membership questions to gain entry, and I check it as periodically as I can. So again, would love to have you join us, and I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. I wish you lots of happy tangling. See you next time.